Leaders are dynamic, engaging, and action-oriented. Their dynamic nature and community engagement help bring people together around goals that help achieve important things within our community. And then the action-oriented takes the good idea and makes it possible. It's so important that we go beyond just the idea stage to actually creating change within our community, and that's one of the things that leaders are able to do. Winning the Community Leadership Award for me was uplifting more than anything else. It gave me a sense of being seen. It gave me a chance to really recognize that people within my community do see what I'm doing and the ways in which I work to contribute to our community, local economy through the farmers markets. While that hasn't changed the scope of my work or how I work, it's given me a greater sense of confidence within my work. The people who truly inspire me with their leadership are our local leaders, and especially some of the wonderful, powerful women within our community. I'm thinking specifically of Christy Kistler and Kate Dean, who are two people who really inspire me. I love that they are women of action and ideas, and that they engage the community and look for partnership and give people credit for the work that they do. That to me is something I really strive to bring into my own leadership, looking for ways to give people credit for how they contribute and looking to boost other people up as part of boosting up our community.
I think it's really important for a leader to have an authentic sense of purpose and to be able to share enthusiasm for that purpose and draw other people who share in that sense of purpose. And to accomplish that, I think a leader requires courage of their conviction, courage to state their purpose, even if other people disagree with it. But I think it's important for that courage to be blended with compassion, because I think empathy for other human beings is what draws us together as a community. Participating in the Leadership Award process helped open my eyes to all the entities, regardless of tax status, that are in this community working towards a positive triple bottom line, a positive impact on the community, solving real problems, a positive impact on the environment, sustaining what's precious, and strong work towards financial sustainability. I am deeply inspired by President Zelensky of the Ukraine. I believe he articulates a very clear sense of purpose. He demonstrates courage beyond which I can't even imagine. He conveys with honesty, and it feels that he works from a deep compassion for his country. I would aspire to any and all of those values and feel I still have a lot of learning to do on all fronts. But I believe his model can help me find the courage to continue to act with purpose and honesty and compassion.
To truly get people to follow you and to be what we call leaders, they have to be charismatic. I think they have to be able to inspire people and share their vision in a way that people really understand. I think that leaders also need to engage and make sure that everyone shares the vision so that they can all work together. Winning the Citizen of the Year award was a truly great honor for me. You never work in a community to receive awards, but when you do, it's a wonderful feeling. And I felt like for me, I needed to be sure to continue what I'd been doing and giving back and earning the honor, if you will. I have a very inspirational person in my life that is my hero, if you will, for leadership. Her name is Sue Petterson, and she was the first female Kiwanis International president. She has the inspiration and the qualities of leadership that allow people to really follow her and to want to do better. And so for me, that's exactly what happened. She inspired me to go after some goals that I hadn't thought about pursuing before. I ran for and won the position of governor of our Pacific Northwest district of Kiwanis. And so I think that's my answer is Sue is truly a great leader and someone that I aspire to be.
Great leaders have the ability to empower those around them. People follow leaders who can bring out the best in them and recognize and capitalize on individuals' strengths of their team members and then incorporate those into the overall organizational goals. Winning the Young Professional of the Year award was such an honor. It definitely caused me to reflect on my own personal leadership style and role within my organization. I've been inspired to keep working hard and being resilient and innovative with my team to achieve our mission of building inclusive communities and fostering equality in the workplace. And I feel very grateful to live in a community that values businesses and nonprofits and to have been given the opportunity to connect with other business leaders.
Wow, what characteristics cause people to follow a leader? I think the first thing that comes to mind is something that my mom taught me, and if you watch the video from last year's ceremony, you'd know it's true. She always said, throw a better party. And then people have a reason to show up. They have a reason to join you. Then the other half of leadership is making people stick around once you've gotten them together, and you do that through clarity of communications and honesty and treating people with integrity and making sure that everybody knows why it is that we are doing what we're doing and what the goals and missions are. Winning the leadership award, I think, really changed my perspective, not on my leadership per se, but on the community that I work in. It forces you to look at all of these great people and all of the different work that folks are doing, and is in the end very humbling for that. So many people are doing such great pieces of work, and they're doing such wonderful things, and they put their heart and soul into it, and they engage their mind, and it makes you realize how much everybody has to offer. And so I guess for me as a leader, thinking about that, you look for that attribute more in the people that you're working with, and you draw that out, and you find that special presence that everybody has to offer. I look up to probably more of the people who are doing the experimentation or the underdogs rather than the people who might typically be on a world's greatest leaders list. A name that comes to mind just off the top of my head is Nick Hanauer. Nick is a serial entrepreneur. He graduated from the University of Washington. He started a number of different businesses from Overstock.com to eQuantive. The work that Nick has done to structure organizations such that there is financial equity across those organizations, I think actually addresses one of the biggest social problems that we have right now, which is the disparity between those folks who have and those folks who need. And as we figure out that bridge, we cause a much stronger weaving of the fabric of our society.
So the two characteristics that demonstrate leadership to me are the ability to inspire those around you and the ability to innovate. Inspiring folks around you is obvious. You want to make the folks that you in your community, in your business, you want them to be excited about what they're doing, motivated, and you want to provide a good example. And one of the ways to provide a good example is to innovate, to do new things, to show people a different side of what's possible. Winning the Young Business Leader of the Year award was fun. It was especially fun because I felt so old at the time. I did not feel young at all. I had 2 kids and just gray hair was coming in, and so it was fun to have that. The first thing that I noticed is that I felt a lot of gratitude and joined the chamber board. After they gave me the award, I felt the need to go help out with the chamber and help out more with the community. And then when I moved on from my role at the time as the director of the farmers market, it was just such a great thing to have on my resume and provide that confidence when I'm going forward that my community has given me this very high honor, and so I'm bringing a lot of value wherever I go. So I spent a little bit of time thinking about who on sort of the national stage provides the sort of leadership example that I wanted to follow. The person that came to mind for me was Ira Glass, who's the host of This American Life, the public radio show. I remember listening to it first in the mid-90s. The way that he approached storytelling just struck me right away. And to find out more about how the show was created, that he'd just been working at NPR and was not successful because his style did not match that sort of deep, slow voice that was the popular radio voice. So he found this way to innovate, to create his own show, and it became popular on a level that no one thought possible, and then inspired a whole technological revolution in podcasting. But at the heart of what he did was he created stories that were moving, they were inspiring, they were always surprising, and he had such a knack for picking talent and never seemed to be bothered when they went out and recreated his exact formula.
A leader I would like to follow would be one with a vision of a better world, whether it's a vision of the work they want to do or the public service they might be engaged in, and a vision that cares for our planet, for the people that that person is serving or hoping to serve. There's an inclusion that is equitable and compassionate and can bring some light and goodness to a world that's always ready for that. And that leader would be articulate, capable of expressing their vision, and well-educated, well-informed, and again, kind and compassionate. Winning a leadership award for this community I love so much, that's so full of remarkable human beings, was humbling, I guess. And I felt like my fellow nominees were more worthy. Judy Alexander and Jean Scarborough for their work with the homeless and in Jumping Mouse and our troubled youth. And I was honored to feel that what I had done had value. And I also was inspired to continue doing whatever I could in whatever time I might have left for this remarkable place that we're so blessed to live in. The national leaders that have inspired me include Abraham Lincoln, who was a man of great courage and for his time stood against formidable forces to end the inequities and the heinous crime of slavery. In modern times, Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been an inspiration and a light. She, unlike many national leaders, has stepped forward in a life of service for the greater good rather than for their own gain. And I admire her stamina and her grace. And I'm also appreciative of our Derek Kilmer, who has such a positive outlook and optimism despite the challenges our democracy is facing right now. And I'm so very grateful for his work. The inspiration they are in my life is just to know that there are shared values still that I can rely upon in our government and hope to carry forward in my own life and in our community.